Anyways, welcome back to Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. This will be a short one because I have to go somewhere in a little bit. I also need to check if I exported our previous stream that was actually kind of sort of there, after we actually went live or not, because we're coming up on the deadline Twitch set for highlight storage, which we're well over. So I need to make sure that I safely move all this shit over to YouTube. I started doing it and then I got overwhelmed because they were like, you can only have 100 gigs, and we had something like thousands. Because we've been streaming forever. I have to figure out a way to be comfortable.
Let me know any way I can help.
Do you mind if I had like a tiny nip of your wine? That's the only thing I can think of to just help me relax a little bit. This one.
In fact, you can bring a tiny nip of wine for me.
Hell yeah. I will try to be quick because I know our time today is quite limited. I didn't expect the direct to be that long. I mean, I don't regret watching it because there was a lot of shit that I'm super duper hyped for. If you want to also like play some stuff, like get through some dialogue and catch me up too, like it's not like I'll miss that much.
Let's see here.
Oh fuck me. Make sure that I got the
back.
Oh, sorry. X is back.
Okay.
I have it on Nintendo controls. I know that's confusing as fuck. So circle is...
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've already talked to her about everything.
So we probably need to present something. We'll once again be right back.
Okay, let's see here. What do we got to present? Inga's autopsy report, stabbed from behind, cause of death, blood loss. Let's go ahead and present this. That's not how I present things. Present. Please take a look at this. That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So we see that lawyers in your country also use present evidence. Simply to gauge the other party's gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do you not presume that such simplistic methods upon us? Sorry! Okay, that didn't go good. Diagram of the crime scene. His body is standing at the present. Okay, it's the same dialogue. She doesn't want to look at shit.
No, I think I got him.
What's that?
What did I miss?
Nothing much. She doesn't want to look at anything we got.
Fuck. Are we supposed to move? Did we miss something that, like, we needed to move somewhere? Okay, we don't have a whole lot of evidence, huh? Ow, 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 ow.
I'll present this last thing just to make sure it's the same dialogue. Yeah, it's the same dialogue.
Back. Okay. Yeah, maybe we... I don't remember precisely the last thing that we said. So it might have been a case of us being like, we need to move to another location now. We're done with this bitch or something. I don't know. Because I'm like, what could we possibly have to examine in this room? Other than all her fucking soldiers.
Let's see here.
Oh, did we go offline for a second? I feel like that would only do that if we dropped.
Did we
I
drop?
don't see
Did
any.
you guys miss anything?
I don't see any dropped frames. According to OBS. I'm so paranoid now after last time.
After last, I know, right?
Anyway. I don't know. Go down to move.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, no, hit the wrong button again. Sorry, guys, I don't know Nintendo controllers.
It goes Zabby. X-A-B-Y. Zabby.
I don't know what that means.
That's how I remember the controls. It goes clockwise. It's spelled Zabby. X-A-B-Y.
X is at the top.
Mm-hmm.
A-B-Y.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to...
Chrono Trigger taught me.
I'm used to triangle, circle, X, square.
I was never a fucking... But it pisses me off the way that it's different on all the things. Because the Xbox does the same fucking symbols, but they're in different... Or, like, does the same thing as Nintendo, but they're in different positions. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
I can never... They all have X's, and they're all in different places. It makes me so mad. And it's like, if I map it to DualShock controls, it'll still confuse me. If it doesn't confuse you, though, we can remap them real fast. If you want.
No, that's okay.
Either way, I'll get confused. But yeah,
the
that's new.
Bazaar is new.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Circle?
Yeah. Which is also technically Japanese PlayStation controls, right? Circle is confirm, X is cancel in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, I remember this place, the Bazaar. This was like from the very, very beginning of the game, where that cute little kid gave us a tour around. Oh shit, roar.
Jesus, roar.
I'm sorry, what? What? Was that a lion?
Oh, that caught me by surprise, too, when I first heard it. It's the cry of the local bird, known as the...
Warbad.
Warbad.
Warbad, really? Really? A bird? That sounds like that. I mean, I've heard a bird actually imitate a car engine in the wild, like in a parking lot before. Startled the fuck out of me.
There's the dinosaur, the shoebill.
Those things terrify me.
Oh, they terrify you?
Yes!
They sound like shotguns going off.
Those things are scary. I don't like them. I don't like the shoebills. Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me.
It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff.
I guess. Yes, well, I can't say I've heard one quite like that before.
Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered.
Oh. I'm in danger.
It's extremely rare. It's
extremely well. Oh fuck! I still remember you doing the Uwu von Karma, and it still gives me so much joy. You woosh. That's
to
cool.
encounter one in the wild these days.
If it's so rare, then what's one doing here in the middle of the bazaar?
You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with being their national bird.
What?
Ah!
Oh fuck! Ow! Wait.
Was that a gunshot?
hang on. Let's change. Let's trade. You take that, and I'll take this.
Okay.
Because I can't lean forward like that every time. That's not gonna happen. Har har hardy har har. Who the fuck is this? I have a feeling.
Har.
Wait. Startlia PW? Whomst?
PW?
Whomst?
Who calls him PW?
Ah, it is
Yes!
Dats! Okay. I had a feeling it was Dats, but I don't remember him calling you PW.
I don't remember him calling you PW either, but you know what?
Well,
it's a Dats thing to do.
Yeah, it's very Dats.
What was that, Dats?
Oh, don't with the goggles. You can't do that. That appeals to me specifically.
The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call it these puppies. Dragon Snut Snap.
Ew! Gross.
And, you need those why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off! Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause.
Hell yeah. I'm so on board with that. It looks like he's pinching the flag behind him.
It does. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You can say that again.
There's been a lot going on lately. So sorry. Sorry. I'm surprised that wasn't you. You're the one with the dad energy in this house.
I know. I mean, what with the high priest's fake murder / suicide? People are calling it a DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar.
Wait a minute. I don't remember. It was a suicide? I don't remember that part of the case. Oh, it's been way too long since we played this.
Hopefully this means that Trust's death won't be in vain after all. I can talk. I just can't read.
That sign can't hurt me because I can't read. I love that.
That's
so
sweet.
much.
So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help for you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Gron's goons. Huh? Like this. What? Will you cut that out? I'm not the one with the regime. I'm not with the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction, it was priceless, PW. I guess I startled that war bad too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's busy laughing.
Also, what if you gave the bird a heart? It's endangered. What are you doing? Oh shit, there's Daniel. What's up, bitch?
What's up?
You there. I have a feeling this is gonna be, yep, Rafa. Oh my god, you're everyone in this scene.
I'm everyone in this scene.
Sorry about it.
You're one of those insurgents, are you not? Yikes! Take this!
Ah! There he goes.
And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought.
Yeah, oh, it was pretty effective. Shoot the bird. It's
No,
endangered!
don't shoot the bird!
Oh no, you're good, Cynthia.
Barbed head. Your benevolence, what can I do for you?
That was so restrained. You were just like, I love you.
I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said.
Alright, she's gonna come around real soon, I just know it.
Took you goddamn long enough!
I know,
What?
right?
I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
I don't know, girly. I mean, she could be right. This could be a setup. But... I mean... No, you know what? I feel like this has to be a setup, because... What power would he think he'd get from the orb? Everyone knows that it's not something that can be inherited, like, by like, biological dudes. Like, that's not how spirit channeling works in this universe, so... And he would know that. So... I don't know.
Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but... It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. How do you know that? I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me.
Vibes. Vibes only.
And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how Rafa expresses her sense of duty. Duty. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you, and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom.
No, Apollo, Athena, come back. Come on. Where are you guys?
That's the best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa on our side.
Oh, that's true. Smart. Smart, Phoenix.
We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth?
As you wish, right? I'm not happy about it, but...
I'm not happy about children.
Despise them, really.
Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters.
Whoa!
We should be able to find some clues there.
I guess that is the perk of having her with us. We do get kind of exclusive access to a bunch of places that are restricted.
Yeah. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it's the last thing I do. Could it be... Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Barbed head! Let's not waste any time!
I could see it. I was like, I don't really sense a lot of closeness between her and her mom, I gotta say. I have the feeling the Nintendo curse continues because there's not much reason to get a Switch 2 for now. Oh, I can think of several reasons to get a Switch 2, but not immediately. Like, again, first of all, I'm just too poor. I don't have the money to frivolously and impulsively buy something right away like that. But, I thought that Direct was very good. There were a lot of things on there I was really excited about. You know, if I could afford them, since games are... I didn't actually look and see about if there was a price hike on the games themselves, but I expect there to be. I expect games to be about 80... For AAA games, 80 bucks. 80, 90. It's getting up there now, which is, yes, ridiculous. However... That's what I expect. 80 physical, 90... I knew it. I fucking knew it. Also, wait a minute. That makes no sense. Why is the digital copy more expensive? There are less resources involved in making it. Yeah, reverse that. It should be cheaper digital. Because physical, you have to, you know, like, manufacture... You have to make the cart and the plastic for the cases, etc., etc. It has to go to a store. There are fees for that, like distributing. Yeah. I was like, if the digital was more expensive, I would have been actually pissed. I've been like, that's literally just robbery. No, it's not you, I got mad for a second at capitalism. What else is new? I'm always mad at capitalism. Which is, like, only partially Japan's fault. Like, you know, because Japan is super pro-capitalism, too. But it's mostly our fault, because we want everything to be made in America again, so the approach to that is to fucking do tariffs and make everything imported super expensive. That'll make people want to make things here. And it's like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. But I know people that are excited about it. Like, one of my uncles legitimately thinks that this is a good plan. Like, it'll be bad. He's like, it'll be really bad in the immediate future, but like long term, it'll be good for the economy because we'll be making things here again. And I was like, you don't understand how capitalism works, because yes, it is bad that we don't manufacture things. If the stream crashed, it's not on our end. Can y'all hear us?
Are we still live?
Because I'm looking at OBS and it's running perfectly fine. So if there's any sort of issue, this is a Twitch thing. You can hear, okay. Can you tell, okay, I was about to be like, tell people in chat to refresh. Because I think if there's any issues, it must be on Twitch's end. But, I agree that it's bad. I agree that it's bad that all of our goods are made overseas now because people don't want to pay for labor. The solution to that, though, like, you should use financial incentives to make people make things over here. Like, remember when electric cars were first a thing and everyone was like, it's too expensive? And the government was like, we'll give you financial incentives if you go electric with your vehicles. And then it became popular, and lots of people have electric cars now. Like, that's the way to do it. Same for solar power panels. Like, people all over the place. Like, you get crazy good deals on switching over to solar and installing solar panels. That's how you do that.
That's how you do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I don't... that's the whole thing. I'm gonna get into a rant. Let's not waste time. Let's do the thing. I don't have time to get political. We have a limited time.
My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me!
Set me free. Trust me and we will escape from... Oh, fuck.
Wait! She's sure in a hurry.
No politics, only lawyering. I don't mind chatting politics with you guys sometime. If you want that to be a stream where we just like watch videos and talk politics. I'm not like an educator or I feel like I know more than like an average person would. Like the average voter, I think I know a little more than that, but it's not I didn't go to school. I'm not I don't know much, like I'm not versed in law as well as others are. I'm extremely biased, and my sources are kind of limited, but I have a lot.
Sources are Hassan.
not just Hassan, but I do watch Hassan a lot.
No, that's me. I was talking about me.
You only watch Hassan? I do watch Hassan. I do like Hassan. That's not a dig. I'm so. It's depressing. It's actually really bad for my health, but I can't. My sense of morality compels me to be entrenched at all times, so I'm constantly getting things from a bunch of different places.
Well, I started watching, and they don't always do political commentary, but when they do it well. What is it, Olay?
Olayemi. I love Olayemi. Olayemi is an incredible source, actually. Like, not to diss Hassan or anything, but Olayemi is a lawyer, and has like, first she's a lawyer and also an immigrant. So like, she does a lot of work, especially because I'm from New York. Olayemi does a lot of work. She's located currently, we don't know whether or not she's going to have to go back to the Bahamas. But like, currently she works within New York City and does a lot of work with like Rikers and stuff like that. So she's very entrenched in New York politics specifically, which is interesting. It's of interest to me because I was born and raised in New York, even though I don't live there now. But she's super knowledgeable. She's super smart. She's super witty. And also she's very funny. She does a lot of non-political content too. And she's very funny.
But I like her political content.
I do as well, especially because she constantly does. She has a thing called Olai and Friends.
I love Olai and Friends.
Yes, she brings on many different content creators that are specifically within like black spaces, which are a bit of a blind spot for a lot of people. Because I've noticed that leftist politics, which I should have gotten that out of the way immediately if we're going to talk politics. I'm super leftist. I'm not a liberal, I'm a leftist. But I've noticed in leftist spaces, it's very white. So it's not that there aren't black leftists. There are plenty. It's just
there are plenty.
It's just that, especially in platforms like YouTube and stuff, the algorithm is not very favorable to black content creators. So you only see a certain... And that's why I do like Hassan, because Hassan is a really good stepping stone. Hassan brings a lot of people in because he's so popular.
Mm-hmm. He's so popular, and he
appeals to a certain demographic that is a really good entry point to leftist politics. But you kind of have to also go further from there, because there are so many other like queer creators and black creators and like all kinds of like POC creators that don't really have the reach Hassan has, and they have a lot. They come from various areas of expertise, like Olai, who's a lawyer. Olai has been on Hassan's stream a couple times, I think.
That's awesome.
I could be wrong. No, I think she has. Hassan is very attractive.
Yes, Hassan is very pretty.
And I'm not. Despite being in a relationship with 3 dudes, I'm not. I tend to be more sapphic than people might think. I don't often thirst over like cis dudes, but like Hassan is very attractive. I'll give you that. And he's massive. Sometimes I forget on stream like how big that guy is. Like same with Noah Samson. They're both jacked. I forget all the time.
Hassan. Kemi the lesbian who got 3 boyfriends.
It's true though. Like anyone who knows me, if Daniel is still in here, Danny knows me better than most people. Danny knows me better than anyone outside of my partners. Danny will tell you, I am so sapphic. I thirst over like girls constantly. I just happen to have 3 incredibly attractive boyfriends. But anyways,
I know Cynthia is taller than me, which is like crazy because I'm used to being the tallest. But
yeah,
Cynthia's
usually
Cynthia's taller, like significantly taller.
How tall is she? How tall are you?
6'7", aren't you?
Whoa, 6'7"? That's wild. That would be nuts. 6'7" is like the 6'6".
I was close.
That's so tall, girl. You are so tall. I'm 5'5". Like, which is, you know, most people be like, oh, that's so short, but like that's kind of like average, I think. I love tall girls. I do love tall girls.
First met y'all, I was 6'8". Little estrogen took away 2 heights. Hell yeah!
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing. How does that work? Estrogen can make you shorter?
Yes, it can.
I didn't know that.
And testosterone can make you taller. It's kind of so it's not the bones, it's the ligaments.
Okay, I think I've heard of I've heard a couple of trans people talk about something like a second puberty kind of thing when they go on like hormone replacement therapy. Is that tied to that?
I'm not sure if it's tied to that or not, but I do know that your for just for estrogen, it makes your ligaments shorter, and so
Huh.
it can change your height to be a little bit shorter. And for testosterone, it can make your
Make them stretch
stretch
out.
a little
That's so cool. That's so interesting. Cause like I love learning because it's like fascinating. I know that I've done a little bit of reading about the differences in like neurotypes, which is something that I love. Like transphobes don't know how to fucking deal with the fact that y'all's brains are actually different.
bit.
Like it, you can prove it physiologic. Like you can definitely like compare brains, and it's like if there was like that study where it was like if you do brain scans like with AI to identify like a male brain and a female brain, like a trans woman's brain would identify as a female brain. Like it's physical. It's not. Anytime anyone goes, "Oh, it's mental illness. Oh, it's in your head." It's like, no, bitch. Your brain is literally wired that way. It's biology, which is so cool. I'm gonna have to find. I'll put it in the Discord because I don't have time right now. I auditioned for an audiobook narration for a really, really, really informative book on like the like trans science and trans experience. It was so cool. I loved it so much that I didn't just read what I was supposed to read for the audition. I found the preview on their listing on Amazon or whatever. You know, you can do a preview read of the first few pages, and I read more, and, and I didn't get it, which I didn't. You know, like I'm cis-ish. I'm mostly cis, so like I didn't expect to because I think they were hoping to use like a trans mask narrator because they're
Damn
trans
it.
mask. Right. Which I think I did bring up to you at the time.
I think you did.
But I don't think you're allowed to use my ACX account. So I don't think
that's right.
that was the thing.
That was a thing.
Because I was like, oh no, this would have been great.
Because the last time you found a role that was trans mask, you sent it to me and I auditioned right away.
Oh yeah, those come up all the time now, and I mean to send stuff to you. It's just that we're still unfortunately in a place where a lot of times they want trans mask voice actors, but they still kind of expect you to have a deeper voice.
Yeah,
I know that like your natural speaking voice is higher than mine.
Yes.
And that's something we're both gonna be like working on. Like if you still wanted to, like,
yes, of
because
course.
I figured that you would want to get into like voice training because I want to do it too, for work purposes. Honestly, I have like, I have a thing for super super deep, like voice actresses. For anyone who's watched Arcane, if you remember the enforcer Grayson in the first couple of episodes. Do you remember we watched Arcane together?
Yeah.
Oh, her voice does something to me. Her voice does something to me.
Cynthia, you can always ask me a question.
Yeah,
right there.
ask the question. Hang on, let me read this so that we can get to a place where there's music again. It's so quiet in here. I'm like, ooh. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murders as well. Yeah, that's true.
The actor, she's gorgeous.
Yes, because she cameoed in a Dr. House episode. And she is gorgeous.
Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone.
Have to get back to work, but you're on T now, right? Oh, no.
No, I'm not on T.
You thought about it a bit, but you
I-
decided not to. That was your choice.
Yeah, I've decided not to go on tea, but part of me wishes that I could.
I don't know if
It's-
it's a thing with, like, the expense, especially right now with everything going on. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck.
It's there's a catch-22 to me going on tea, and if there weren't extenuating circumstances, I would look into it, but there are extenuating circumstances, so no tea for Sid.
But I mean, Sid already gives like big Andro vibes. I've told you this before, but it's like the moment that you went through your journey and you were like, I think I'm like actually trans, it didn't even faze me in any way because I don't think I've ever seen you as feminine ever. Like, and I don't know how that maybe like makes you feel. It's just like,
It makes me feel good.
yeah, well, I know, but I like, I don't, sometimes it's a little awkward being like, because I don't know how, if I ever phrase things in a way that is like, doesn't convey what I mean. But I've known you since you were in
Middle school.
middle school. Well, I met you when you were in like, what, 7th grade?
7th grade.
And I've never ever, even when, you know, you had like super long hair and like, you've always given mask energy or at least andro energy. Like it's never...
My
So-
gender is an enigma.
It was easy for me because I was like, oh, yeah, duh. Like, for as long as I've ever known you, you've given off andro to mask energy. Always. So,
Which is what I try to strive for, andro to mask.
And
in that category.
to this day, you still give super andro fucking energy all the time. Like if you... I would totally be like, if you can take tea, go for it. But also, you don't need it if you don't want to take it. You really don't.
I just gotta lose this pandemic weight so I can be flat-chested again.
Yeah, I know that's a thing that you've talked about a lot, is gaining weight. And it's like, if you have a biologically female body, when you gain weight, the first place it goes is the tit.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Tit and ass. That's where all the excess fat
Which
deposits go.
I actually don't mind the ass part. The ass part can stay.
Yeah, like, because I'm like, you know, who says that dudes can't be caked up?
Exactly. Dudes should be caked up.
Because Brandon is caked up. And, you know, I'm just saying, like, you and Brandon both have a nicer ass than I do. Anyway, yeah, hang on, sorry, let's continue.
Rafa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be able to... I hope she'll be ready for the truth when we find... Ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like this could go either way, because it's like, the queen gives big final boss energy. She really does. Mm-hmm. But he was also giving,
Villainous.
no, what's his name? The guy from Avatar who's in control of the Dai Li, Long Feng. He was giving Long Feng, which was like, in case you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's one of the best animated shows of all time. Stop watching us and go watch it. But Long Feng was the real mind behind the Earth Kingdom. The king was just a puppet. He was the one who was actually in control of everything. So like, and it was like, because Inga was like the intelligence guy, it felt like he had more of a handle on things. I don't know. I can't tell. It could be either way. Either he really was trying to overthrow her and she acted accordingly. And obviously we found out that her sister was, oh no, help. Apollo's stepdad. What's his name?
Apollo's stepdad, Dirk?
Dirk, yes. That her sister was with Dirk and she died. And like, she must have complicated feelings about her sister dying. Unless she was behind that because her sister was first in line and she wanted the throne.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know the dynamic between her and her husband. Like, for me right now, it could go either way. I don't know. But yeah, fuck, there was something that I was gonna say about the conversation we were just having about you.
Hi, I'm Sid.
Just that, I think I just wanted to stress that despite the fact that whenever you, like, gain weight and you have, like, a biologically female body, it always goes to the tits first, you still give andro energy.
Thanks. That makes me smile. I'm smiling right now.
Yeah.
Why don't I feel like I don't have a lot of energy, but I'm drinking an energy drink.
That's my life. But that's because, you know, I have ADHD, I have a dopamine deficiency. Anyway.
As far as I'm aware, I don't have ADHD. I've been tested for it.
I've gained a lot of weight recently. My tits have grown. Isn't that also a part of hormone therapy, though? Like, I know that there's weight fluctuations, I think, when you go on to, like, hormone replacement therapy. I've heard of that, too. That's something that I'm always, like, that's why I brought up the book thing. I was like, I'm so fascinated with the physiological process of hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to fucking... Well, I say everybody. Transphobes want to argue that it's, like, all in your head. And it's like, no, it's not. There's more to it than that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much the best way to explain HRT is a trans body is almost no different than a cis person's body.
Yeah, but, like, it's because cis people, there are various levels of, like, a hormonal balance. Because, like, cis women have certain levels of testosterone and cis men have certain levels of estrogen. But the levels they're, like, fluctuating and on certain spectrums, I guess, or I don't know what the way to put it is that, like, hormone replacement therapy just changes the balance. Because, like, you always had estrogen. It's just that you need, like, more estrogen, less testosterone, sort of thing. I have heard about the period stuff that, like, that's a part of it.
Cycle for you, yeah.
Which cis guys also can experience, but I feel like that's something that isn't very studied or talked about even much, because cis guys are so fucking scared of being even remotely associated with being feminine whatsoever, which, spoiler alert, is why transphobia is such a thing, is because it's anti-woman at its core. They just hate women.
That's what I was about to say. I know this is technically the opposite, but the whole idea of women and healthcare. Have you heard that meme song, because we never really studied the female body.
No, I haven't, but I love that because it's true. Okay, so we can't... Because I'm like, if we're going to the chamber, like, the
evidence is quite shoddy.
Because there wasn't anything I could talk to Edgeworth about. Well, we haven't been to the detention center yet. Fuck, I've got 10 minutes.
It's okay.
I need to figure out where we... Because I checked talking to Edgeworth, and it was the same as, like, when you're assistant, and it's like, what do we do? Like, there wasn't anything new there, so... Here we go. Okay.
Now, if we figured out which one of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters...
Interesting that this is a royal family thing, but they don't share quarters. So weird.
That's where we'll find Rafa.
Ooh, I just noticed something. Hang on. Can we talk about this?
This pot that's turned over? This overturned urn spilled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here earlier this afternoon, so we can rule out Athena at least.
Rude! Right. What does it say about you if your first suspect is your own subordinate? Footprints!
Footy prints!
These are footprints coming from this residence.
Too bad they just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went.
Emma! Emma, come back! You had the footprint thing. Emma, come back!
Emma!
Emma!
Emma! Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where English private's quarters are? Private's quarters are? Is this where...
Watch your step right. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere.
Yeah, the ground's soaked.
You don't want it to get into your shoes and make your socks all watery. I hate that feeling. It's the worst.
I hate that feeling too. This is why we're married.
Yeah.
I wonder who did this.
Huh? Sob? Ellipses? Sob?
I think someone's in there.
Oh, it's Rafa, probably. She's all sad about her dad being dead.
Father.
Sorry about your dad. He's them being him super dead. Sorry about that.
Is that Princess Rafa? There are still so many things I wish to tell you.
I wish I could be emotionally connected, but I've never had a dad.
She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of
Oh,
Trucy. I love that it took for him to say Trucy to make me feel anything for Rafa.
I was like, all right, that actually got me. That hit. How dare you?
Father. Princess Rafa, are you in there?
Oh no!
Just a moment. I'll be right out.
I wasn't crying.
I see you are finally here.
I wasn't. I'm totally still. Worship me. Right, yeah, your body doesn't know what trans is even. It's just like, I am woman. That's the thing, is that people really don't want to come to terms with the fact that we're not so different, you and I. Like,
We're not so different.
even in terms of like cis men and cis women, we're not that different.
People are just so hyper focused on genitals, man.
It's because the patriarchy, gender roles rely on it. Like, in order for men to dominate women, there has to be some element of superiority. So they have to keep spinning this idea that the male body is so vastly different than the female body. But it's not. It's
not.
really not.
We're all trans.
Yeah.
I love that.
Gender roles are bullshit, actually.
Gender roles are bullshit. We're all born female.
And it's mostly transphobes who get super upset about this, but even people, even regular ass people who don't make being transvestigators their whole personality, but like, because this is so ingrained in how our society was built, they make a point to, like, it's so alien to them, the idea that, you know, it's not a woman's nature to be biologically, like, nurturing and gentle, and it's not naturally a man's disposition to be dominating and like overpowering and stoic. it turns out we're all just people. And other than some slight variations, and when I mean slight, I mean slight variations in hormonal, like, stuff, because there are plenty of instances of people having, like cis women having like excess testosterone and vice versa.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, other than the typical slight variation in hormonal balance, and the literal reproductive organs that mean nothing to anything outside of childbearing. Other than that, we're very much the same. Like, and that really makes people uncomfortable because we've been fed this idea that we're like alien to one another.
Your ovaries dropped into balls.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But like, especially when you get into like incel stuff and you listen to like dating advice things, and they're like, all like women are like this, all women are like this, and it's like, no, it turns out women are people. Like, if you just treat people like people, that's what that is.
I think we need to pause it because you gotta.
We do. Let's read through it's gonna give us the talk, present, move thing in a minute.
I see you're finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence, maybe you should rest a minute first.
Yeah, it's bad for you to suppress emotion like that.
You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No. I mean, yes. I mean, sorry. I couldn't help but overhear.
I just thought, oh, Lord of the Rings. I wasn't dropping no eaves. I promise.
It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid barbed head. Ow.
You could have feigned ignorance, It's as if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. My mum's like that.
I'm not that bad, Edgeworth.
Debatable.
They're worse than Phoenix.
Yes. My mum, arguably.
Anyway, what took you so long?
I think that animation is new, isn't it?
It is. I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting.
Sorry, we were talking about very important things.
Sorry? This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingback dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A doggo?
A dingbat dog? That's right, the Yabby Mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? I have better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like.
I want to pet him.
Anyway, it's not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? I really hope she's alright.
Yeah, that's super not healthy. Okay, now we can save.
Save!
The start button isn't working. Cool. No doubt. That's okay, I'll figure it out. If you want to, this is gonna be a process that takes me a little while, so, but if you want to come back and do another stream and pick this back up a little later,
I do.
we can totally do that. It might be closer to when we normally stream, 10, 11, 12, but like, I'm down to come back if you are. I'm gonna double save.
I am down to come back. I'm also down to... I'm probably gonna play some Sunhaven.
Oh yeah, if you want to just keep going while I go, fucking go for it.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Sure.
But I wanted to do a quick little breaky break first.
Yeah. Fuck me. Okay, I actually did finally get music to play for BRB. No, apparently this is not end of stream. This is a Sid stream now. I'm going away. Sid's going to take a little break and we're going to go BRB and I'm going to put music on. And then Sid's going to come back and play Sunhaven, which I don't think we've ever streamed before.
No, but I'm not gonna use a new file. I'm gonna use my old file.
That's
because I'm
fine.
Grinding.
Yeah.
It's gonna be grind stream, guys.
So don't actually go away.
Don't actually go away. Wait for grinding to commence.
Let me do this. Yeah, we'll leave up getting food and taking piss. Same difference.
Yeah.
Especially, like, if you need to do that. Especially, you know, it takes a little bit for you to hobble around because you're still... You're not on crutches anymore.
I'm not on crutches anymore, but I still have a broken ankle.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do this thing here where I click this and it brings up music. And it should be on shuffle. Sorry, guys, I still don't have a thing that tells you what song's playing yet. I am working on that. Yeah, and Sid will be back in a little bit. I'll be back much later.
Yeah.
I have to go do a thing. I have an appointment, so I'll be back. Bye. Bye for me. Yeah, just chill for a sec.